The world is closing its doors. For decades, the idea of traveling the world was a dream built on freedom. Freedom to explore, discover, and experience cultures unlike our own. Tourists once symbolized a connection between nations and a celebration of global unity. But times have changed. Some countries are no longer rolling out the red carpet. In fact, they're putting up signs that say, "Stay out." Whether it's due to overtourism, environmental concerns, cultural disrespect, or political reasons, the following 10 countries are slowly, or sometimes very loudly, turning their backs on mass tourism. Here are 10 countries that don't want tourists anymore, ranked from least to most resistant. Prepare for some surprises. Number 10. Croatia. A victim of its own beauty. Dubrovnik, Split, Var. Names that once sounded like hidden gems are now synonymous with cruise ship mobs and selfie stick swarms. Croatia's rise in tourism exploded after Game of Thrones used Dubrovnik as the backdrop for King's Landing. But that fame came at a price. Locals complain about overcrowding, rising rent, and losing their cultural identity. Dubrovnik has imposed daily limits on visitors, especially cruise passengers, and implemented cameras to track tourist numbers. While the Croatian government still appreciates tourism's economic benefits, cities are fighting back, introducing stricter rules and higher fees to keep the hordes at bay. Number 9. Italy. Venice is sinking, and so is its patience. Venice is iconic: canals, gondolas, and breathtaking architecture. But for Venetians, life is not so romantic anymore. With around 25 million tourists visiting annually, the city is literally sinking under the weight of the tourism industry. In response, Venice has started charging entry fees for day trippers, banned large cruise ships from the lagoon, and limited airs. Locals are moving out, driven away by high prices and noise. Meanwhile, places like Florence and Rome are introducing new fines for everything from eating on church steps to swimming in fountains. Number 8. Iceland. Nature can't keep up. Iceland was once one of Europe's best-kept secrets, a land of waterfalls, volcanoes, and ethereal northern lights. Then the word got out. After 2010's age of geological volcano eruption and the rise of Instagram tourism, Iceland saw a 400% surge in visitors in less than a decade. But the country's fragile ecosystems can't handle that kind of attention. Now, the Icelandic government is cracking down. Tourist access to certain sites is restricted, and locals have grown increasingly vocal about losing their privacy and space. The message is clear: you're welcome, but not all at once. Number 7.
Japan.
Beauty meets burnout. Japan welcomed over 30 million tourists annually before the pandemic, but 2023 and 2024 brought an unexpected twist. Many Japanese residents started asking for fewer tourists, not more. Kyoto, once a peaceful city of temples and geishas, is now dealing with blocked sidewalks, camera-happy foreigners chasing maikos, and overwhelmed transit systems. With a declining population and growing tourist dependence, Japan finds itself in a tricky situation, needing tourism but resenting its consequences. Expect fewer tourist-friendly areas and more controlled access going forward. Number 6. Thailand. Too many tourists. Thailand's beaches, temples, and street food culture have long attracted backpackers and honeymooners alike. But places like Maya Bay had to shut down entirely in 2018 after tourists caused massive environmental damage. While the bay has reopened under heavy regulation, Thailand is moving away from quantity and toward quality tourism. That means fewer partiers and more respectful, higher-spending travelers. In 2024, new visa rules, higher park fees, and restricted zones have made it clear Thailand wants tourists, but only the right kind. Number 5. New Zealand. Too much of a good thing. With its jaw-dropping mountains, lakes, and Hobbiton landscapes, New Zealand has long been a dream destination. But now, it feels more like a country under siege by camera-happy nature lovers. Locals complain that freedom campers, cheap travelers living in vans, leave trash, damage land, and clog small towns. The government responded by introducing a tourism tax and stricter travel permits for certain regions. New Zealand wants to protect its brand and its environment. That means fewer people at a time, more oversight, and possibly barring some places entirely from tourist access. Number 4. The Netherlands. Amsterdam isn't your playground. Amsterdam is famous for its canals, art, and liberal attitudes. But tourists have pushed the boundaries too far, turning parts of the city into party zones. Residents complain about noise, public urination, drug tourism, and bachelorette parties gone wild. In 2023, the city launched a campaign literally titled Stay Away, aimed at discouraging young party tourists. Amsterdam has since banned new tourist shops, moved sex workers out of the red light district, and cut down on Airbnb rentals. The message is clear. Amsterdam is done being your adult Disneyland. Number 3. Bhutan. You have to pay to stay. Bhutan has always been selective. Long before overtourism became a buzzword, this Himalayan kingdom had a strict, high-value, low-impact policy. As of 2025, tourists must pay a sustainable development fee of $100 to $200 per day, depending on their itinerary. This doesn't include hotels, meals, or transport. The goal? Filter out casual tourists and attract only those who are deeply respectful and genuinely interested in Bhutanese culture. Unlike other countries on this list, Bhutan never wanted mass tourism. And they've made it nearly impossible unless you're willing to pay, follow rules, and travel mindfully. Number 2. Spain. Tourists go home is written on the walls. In cities like Barcelona, Palma de Mallorca, and San Sebastián, graffiti now openly says what politicians won't. Tourists go home. Spain is one of the most visited countries in the world, but its citizens are pushing back. Housing prices are out of control due to vacation rentals. Local businesses are replaced by souvenir shops. Entire neighborhoods have been hollowed out. In 2024, protests broke out in multiple cities. Some regions banned new hotels, limited Airbnb growth, and raised tourist taxes. It's no longer about money, it's about quality of life. Number 1. The Faroe Islands. Closed for restoration. Topping our list is a country that literally closes itself off to tourists, voluntarily. The Faroe Islands, a breathtaking chain of volcanic islands between Iceland and Norway, started something radical. Each year, they shut down tourist access entirely for several days, while volunteers help restore nature. Only a select few voluntourists are allowed to enter, people who help fix trails, clean beaches, and work alongside locals. The idea? Nature comes first. Tourists come second. The government says they may increase closures in the future to protect their fragile ecosystem. While it's not an outright ban, the Faroes make it crystal clear. If you come here, you better treat this place with respect. Tourism, if left unchecked, can destroy the very places we love to visit. It's not that the world hates travelers. What it hates is entitled behavior, ignorance of local customs, and overwhelming numbers. Travel isn't canceled, but it's evolving. The future of travel belongs to the responsible traveler, someone who learns before they go and respects the space they're entering. Because if we don't change how we travel, more countries might decide they've had enough. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified when new videos are uploaded.